Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I swear, parents have the unique ability to call someone on the toilet. Seriously. Okay. Alrighty. So. Okay. Time to turn Zippy on again. Do 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 do. God damn it! Oh no work key again. There you go. Alrighty. Let's go. YouTube. YouTube. Lazy. Do 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 do. Okay. Now let's see. I'm definitely putting that in the watch later. Okay. I'm going to put that somewhere else. Like here, for example. Okay. Wait, there's another one I want to put. Okay. Hang on, guys. You know what? I'm going to put that. There you go. Of course, it's not working. There you go. La 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 la. Playlist. Watch later. We're definitely going to watch that later. We're watching these images explain why Venera went silent on Venus. Wait. The sound is not working. Disaster. Let's see. Right. Brain is kaput today. Kaput. Game sound. Aha, there it is. Alrighty.
Neighbor and our sister
There
world.
you go.
Similar in size to the Earth, but about 40 million kilometers closer in orbit to the Sun, the second planet of our solar, Venus. Our, at times, closest planetary neighbor,
Hang on, it's not no workies. Again. Let's see. Game sound is fine. Windows capture. Go fuck yourself. Okay. Okay, that's not working. Alrighty. Let's do this. Alrighty.
And our sister world. Similar in size to the Earth, but about 40 million kilometers closer in orbit to the Sun, the second planet of our solar system has long been the source of stories, myths, and legends.
Oh.
In more recent times, however, we have gone beyond seeing just that
Wait, that's
bright
Venus? Ooh, I didn't know that.
circle close to the Sun at the start and end of the day. Beginning at the height of the Cold War, numerous robotic missions have been sent to Venus to observe, orbit, and in some cases, even land.
Nice.
Using technology that sees in not only the visible light, but also in the infrared, ultraviolet, and radio spectra,
Ooh.
what we have found is a world that is different to Earth in almost every way imaginable. I'm Alex McColgan, and you're watching Astrum. Join us as we take a journey to the star of the morning and the evening, using technology both old and new to uncover the secrets of Venus and descending through its thick atmosphere to arrive at the surface of our closest companion.
Ooh.
As the second brightest object in the night sky, and also the closest, barring the moon in terms of distance, sometimes, Venus has always attracted attention from those who would gaze up at the heavens. But even today, interplanetary travel is hard, and at the height of the Cold War, it was even harder.
I see.
Of the 15 missions launched to explore Venus between 1961 and 1967, only 3 were classified.
Fucking. All right, let's continue.
Classified as successes in terms of fulfilling their specific objectives: Mariners 2 and 5 from NASA, and Venera 4 from the Soviet MPO Lavochkin. Successful atmospheric entries with Venera 4, 5, and 6 soon followed, and in late 1970, the USSR finally passed a massive milestone with Venera 7, the first space probe to land on the surface of another world and last long enough to send back information about it. Let's now take a journey together with that same spacecraft, descending through what was found to be the many layers of the Venusian atmosphere that it found, and finally arrive on the surface. Still drifting through space, Venera turns towards Venus. As it begins its descent onto the planet,
I don't know why, but this always
Venus's
makes me fucking anxious.
upper
Like
atmosphere
just falling.
that lies before it, extending from the fringes of space at around 250 kilometers above the surface and down to around 60 kilometers above it. Here, it sees nothing but a thin haze.
Wait, it didn't actually land?
99% of Venus's atmosphere by mass lies below this point. This makes Venera's descent through this layer easy enough, in very much the same way as our own atmosphere would be at similar altitudes. But Venus's upper atmosphere's chemical composition could not be more different, a sign of things to come as we and Venera descend further. Instead of a majority of nitrogen and oxygen, as on Earth, we begin to pick up traces of carbon dioxide. It's not enough to cause significant effects on the temperature at this altitude, but it's significant as a marker of what lies beneath.
Uh-oh.
Other than the difference in chemistry, however, at this altitude, the atmosphere behaves roughly the same as that of our home planet at similar altitudes, with vast temperature differences between day and night, highs of minus 37 degrees Celsius to lows of minus
Just a small low of negative 143.
143 degrees Celsius. For Venera, this is the easy part. An interesting sideshow to the noticeable presence of carbon dioxide is the presence of some oxygen atoms, which emit infrared radiation that can be seen by telescopes and spacecraft. In this picture taken by the Venus Express orbiter in the infrared wavelength, the blue is the air glow caused by the oxygen high in the Venusian atmosphere. As Venera moves downward through the layers, it comes to the main visible cloud deck of Venus at around 60 kilometers from the surface. The thick, dull yellow that we associate with pictures in visible light is almost entirely because of this cloud deck, terminating approximately 40 kilometers from the ground.
Wait, so there's only
cloud
yellow
deck
there?
that we associate with pictures in visible light is almost comes to the main visible cloud
It
deck.
looks more like greenish, gazy, gaseous, gazy, greenish-ish.
Venus at around 60 kilometers from the surface. The thick, dull yellow that we associate with pictures in visible light is almost entirely because of this cloud deck, terminating approximately 40 kilometers from the ground. In this part of the atmosphere, ultraviolet radiation from the sun breaks up carbon dioxide into carbon monoxide and single oxygen atoms. These atoms then easily react with sulfur dioxide and water vapor, two other trace compounds in the Venusian atmosphere, to produce the clouds of sulfuric acid that we see. This is the calm before the storm, the relatively temperate region before the real hell that Venera must soon enter. As you can immediately tell, the surface of Venus cannot be seen through the planet's thick cloud cover, so Venera will have to go in blind. That same cover reflects around 3/4 of the sunlight that hits Venus, as the ice crystals formed from the sulfuric acid that floats in the atmosphere are extremely reflective. This reflectivity goes a long way towards explaining how bright Venus looks, both to satellites going by and to observers on Earth. Remember, it's the second brightest object in the night sky. When we look at those mustard yellow clouds in the visible spectrum, they appear thick and obscuring, revealing little of what lies beneath. However, we have an advantage that Venera did not possess: infrared sensor technology. In the infrared spectrum, things look a lot different. This image taken by the JAXA spacecraft Akatsuki throws things into much sharper relief, showing clear light and dark spots and bands wrapping around Venus's atmosphere.
Nice.
And here is where we see the thick carbon dioxide composition of the atmosphere very clearly indeed. Carbon dioxide is an effective greenhouse gas, trapping the heat that derives from the sun, resulting in an incredibly high surface and atmospheric temperature. Under the scope of infrared observation, this becomes very apparent, as the entire surface glows under the heat generated by the thick layer of carbon dioxide.
Wait, I just whistled, but you guys
Dark
didn't hear it.
patches and stripes are the previously mentioned clouds of sulfuric acid, and we can see them high above the much brighter, thick and hot carbon dioxide layer near the surface. Can you imagine what Venera would experience as it travels through this hell? Sulfuric acid assaults its outer casing. Winds blow at 100 meters per second, 60 times the rotation speed of the planet, fast enough
What? 60? Okay.
to circumnavigate the planet in just 4 days. The temperature, which at an altitude of 50 to 55 kilometers is anywhere between 25 to 75 degrees Celsius, sharply rises, reaching blistering levels. Surface air pressure on Venus is 75 to 100 times what you'd find on Earth. Comparably, it's like having an entire car sitting on your thumbnail.
Oh dear.
As Venera descends further, however, even weirder conditions can be found. Once Venera passes through the bottom of the sulfuric acid cloud deck, it arrives in clean air once again. But things here are strange. The pressure here is now so great, it's starting to have an effect on the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
Oh?
The density of carbon dioxide at this level is so high that it no longer acts as a gas, but more as a kind of supercritical fluid, a state of matter somewhere between liquid and gas, where a substance takes on some of the characteristics of both.
Huh.
The wind has slowed down here after the baffling fast speeds of the upper clouds. The atmosphere below is so thick that winds blow at little more than 5 kilometers per hour. It would feel like wading through water with a slow but inexorable current, albeit in a river that is 464 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. But what can modern technology tell us of these layers? To further illustrate the vast heat at this altitude level on Venus, let's look at a picture of the lower atmosphere of Venus taken in the near-infrared range, a wavelength of 2.3 micrometers by the Galileo satellite.
Ooh.
The red, hot areas of the lower atmosphere are clearly visible, as are the darker patches caused by the clouds of sulfuric acid higher in the atmosphere. The lower reaches of the Venusian atmosphere are incredibly hot, and there are distinct layers of that atmosphere different in both temperature and composition.
Huh.
To further demonstrate the differences between the atmospheric layers of Venus, let's now have a look at the layers we've seen so far under ultraviolet light. While the images, again from the JAXA spacecraft, taken in the 283 and 365 nanometer wavelengths do not show much contrast in color and brightness as the infrared images, they do show more variance than ones viewed in visible light. The areas of darkness and blotchiness of the cloud layers indicate the ultraviolet light is being absorbed rather than reflected. But exactly what chemical or combination of chemicals causes this absorption is still a matter of debate among the astronomy community. Clearly there are indicate the ultraviolet light is being absorbed rather than reflected. But exactly what chemical or combination of chemicals causes this absorption is still a matter of debate among the astronomy community. Clearly there are elements and compounds of the Venusian atmosphere that still evade our attempts to discover and categorize them. And on the subject of Venus's atmosphere defying explanation, here's a look at Venus's poles in the infrared. Notice
It almost looks like
anything
a hole.
strange about them? Present at both Venus's north and south poles are large polar vortexes about the size of Europe, whipped up by those 100 meters per second winds. What's really weird though is that they have not just one central eye, but two, and scientists are still not quite sure why. Venus's complex, highly variable polar vortexes are extremely hard to model, as they can change on timescales of less than 24 hours, making them quite the mystery. But once it was past the enigmatic atmosphere, what did Venera see down there? Let's conclude our journey through the thick, acidic clouds and arrive at the surface of our closest companion.
Yeah, that
Earlier,
picture.
we saw the very first image ever sent from the surface of Venus. Due to the massive clouds of sulfuric acid obscuring any kind of view from space, the only images of Venus that show the surface in visible light are those that have been taken from a lander on the surface. And of those, we only have 6, taken from 4 of the Soviet Venera probes that landed, such as our Venera 7. The air is surprisingly clear. Scientists had wondered whether everything would be obscured by a thick haze, but this doesn't appear to be.
Wait, hang on. My parents sent me something. Nice. It's a nice butterfly.
Be the case. Everything is a dull yellow, the color of the acidic composition of the atmosphere, and while we might be surprised to find solid, rocky ground under the thick, crushing air of Venus, that ground is also utterly desolate. It hints at ancient lava flows now hardened into flat plains and eroded under Venus's intense atmosphere. Everything seems very dry, which is
Kinda
unsurprising
like Mars.
given the baking heat. Perhaps a billion years into the future, when the sun has increased luminosity enough, we might see similar runaway greenhouse effects and results on Earth. But here, we must leave Venera. The Venera series of probes, including the one whose journey we have been following, never lasted more than a couple of hours on Venus's surface, due to the combination of heat and crushing pressure. Their images give us a brief but vital glimpse into conditions down there on the rocky ground. But although these 40-year-old images are the only cases of photographs being sent from the planet's surface, there is another way we can learn about the geography and topography of Venus. It's not infrared or ultraviolet. Neither infrared nor ultraviolet imaging can break through the thick, cloudy atmosphere to see and map the surface with any kind of clarity. You need something different.
Oh.
Step forward, radar imaging.
Ooh.
The USSR began the process of using radar to map the surface of Venus with their later Venera models, 15 and 16, in 1983, producing images with a resolution of 1 to 2 kilometers on the ground. This was improved upon roughly a decade later with the NASA Magellan probe, which between 1990 and 1994 managed to map around 98% of the Venusian surface with a resolution of 120 meters. The images produced using the radar data are truly spectacular, revealing colossal volcanic activity, massive cratering, and a surface that is, geologically speaking, reasonably young, possibly as a consequence of the intense volcanic activity resulting in truly vast lava flows. A composite image of the surface, created from data from the Venera, Pioneer, and Magellan missions, looks truly spectacular. Surface details from volcanoes, to valleys, to craters and chasms, shown in clear relief. The remarkable utility of radar imaging to pierce the clouds and show us what lies on the surface of Venus has greatly boosted our knowledge about the planet. And isn't the hidden beauty of it all truly remarkable? So, with all we now know about our nearest planetary neighbor, what remains to be discovered from Venus in the future? The answer is a lot. In recent times,
Yo, oh hello. Also, I find it interesting how you came right up until with the bot. Why did you bring a bot here, VTuber Lord Simp? How dare you? Hang on, I'm gonna block him too. Big Boss Mal 5. What kind of fucking name is this? Beep boop.
by far the biggest news regarding Venus has been the discovery, or perhaps not, of the gas phosphine high in the Venusian atmosphere. In 2020, measurements from the James Clerk Maxwell Telescope indicated the presence of trace amounts of the gas. Phosphine is produced through a
I've been wondering if it's because we're in a long weekend or if it's just me having skewed ideas because of last time, but anyway, I'll keep the 12 p.m. viewership as long as I can and see if anything changes in the coming weeks. And if not, I'll just go back to 7 p.m.
a variety of different processes, but one of those,
officially,
and the one that got everyone
with the official schedule and stuff,
excited, is through microbes in low the phosphine high in the Venusian atmosphere. In 2020, measurements from the James Clerk Maxwell Telescope indicated the presence of trace amounts of the gas. Phosphine is produced through a variety of different processes, but one of those And the one that got everyone excited is through microbes in low oxygen environment. Life in one of the most unlikely, hellish places imaginable? What an outcome that would be.
Yeah.
However, subsequent studies found no such phosphine again.
God damn it.
By 2022, the idea of it being present in the Venusian atmosphere had been dismissed by NASA. It would have appeared that the findings of the initial study were in error. But then, Professor Jane Greaves of the University of Cardiff went on record at a prestigious meeting in 2023 that the JCMT had found phosphine once again, this time deeper within the atmosphere of Venus. Hopefully, future missions will give us a definitive answer to this truly tantalizing question. Many other questions await answers too. Why, for instance, did two planets, Venus and Earth, so similar in size, evolve so differently? Was there in fact liquid water on the surface once upon a time? What is a more accurate picture of the chemical composition of both the Venusian atmosphere and the surface that might help answer these conundrums? After decades of being relatively overlooked in favor of Earth orbit assignments and outer planetary probes, Venus has suddenly garnered interest again. Several missions will be launched for Venus within the next 10 years.
Okay.
These missions originate from the USA, ESA, Russia, China, India, and even one private American venture, the Venus Life Finder. With any luck, one, more, or all of them will lead us on a voyage of great discovery about our beloved star of the morning and evening, divulging a wealth of information.
Nice. Okay. I guess we can watch that too. If you have any videos to suggest, feel free to do so.
Throughout the Western world, becoming a legal adult is usually celebrated by consuming large quantities of alcohol. Whilst this is at best unwise and at worst potentially fatal, there are tribes throughout the world who take the coming of age much, much more seriously. Realistically, the most harrowing thing that happened to most of us after coming of age was that we experienced a mega hangover. Imagine
True.
that if you wanted to be considered an adult, you had to have so much venom injected into your hand that you'd pass out and lose the use of the appendage for several weeks afterwards. Doesn't matter.
Wait, what?
The thing that happened to most of us after coming of age was that we experienced a mega hangover. Imagine that if you wanted to be considered an adult, you had to have so much venom injected into your hand that you'd pass out and lose the use of the appendage for several weeks afterwards. Doesn't bear thinking about. Nevertheless, in this episode, we're going to think all about it, so let's get into it.
Oh god, why? Why are you so fucking loud, you fuck? Whoa, Matt.
We briefly alluded to this ritual in the introduction, but even though
Whoops.
it is probably the most well-known tribal rite of passage, we believe that it deserves a full explanation. So, what exactly is Wildmat? The Satir Maui tribe can be found deep within the Brazilian rainforests. Having as little to do with the outside world as possible, the Satir Maui live entirely off the land, passing down ancient survival and hunting techniques from generation to generation. Unfortunately, for any boys who are born to the tribe, in order to ascend to what, in other cultures, might be referred to as the warrior class, you have to undergo an almost unimaginably painful test. One of the many insects which also calls this forest home is the bullet ant. These ants, which can grow as long as 1.5 inches, that's nearly 4 centimeters, pack a powerful sting that is described as 30 times more potent than that of your average bee, or about the equivalent of being shot. Now, you might be under the impression that the best thing to do with these ants is to interact with them as infrequently as possible, and, well, we'd agree with you. However, the Satir Maui take a different approach. Once a boy reaches the age of 12, he will undergo the first coming-of-age ritual. He, and anybody who's going to participate, will spend the morning collecting vast quantities of these highly venomous ants and deliver them to the local shaman. After soaking them for a while in a solution which renders them unconscious, he carefully weaves them into gloves made from leaves and infrequently as possible, and, well, we'd agree with you. However, the satyr Marwe
Wait, hang on.
take a different approach. Once a boy reaches the age of 12, he will undergo the first coming-of-age ritual. He and anybody who's going to participate will spend the morning collecting vast quantities of these highly venomous ants and deliver them to the local shaman. After soaking them for a while in a solution which renders them unconscious, he carefully weaves them into gloves made from leaves and vines, making sure, of course, that the stingers are pointing inwards.
Wow.
When the ants regain consciousness, each participant is expected to place one of the gloves on his hand and keep it there for about 10 minutes. Considering that one sting is apparently the same as being shot, we can only imagine the excruciating pain that the participants go through. According to one account, quote, "The venom shoots quickly through the blood of the body and into the muscles. The muscles become extremely weak. The entire body shakes, the lips swell, and the eyelids begin to droop. The young men sweat profusely and drool uncontrollably. They will not be aware of their surroundings and may become very confused. If that were not bad enough, the whole hand turns black, and the participant will temporarily at
Wow.
least lose both feeling and function of the entire arm." But is that it? Once the child has completed the ritual, are they now considered a man? Well, no. In fact, that is only the beginning. In order to be considered worthy, each participant will have to undergo the challenge a further 19 times over the next months and years.
Wow.
The adrenaline junkies among you may very well have participated in a bungee jump. However, odds are that it was done with extremely stringent safety precautions in place. We wonder if, as you hurtle towards the ground attached to exceptionally well-maintained and tested safety equipment, whether it occurred to you just why exactly people do this.
Is that Nathan Drake?
Nagol, or land diving, originated on Pentecost Island, one of the islands that make up the nation of Vanuatu, located in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. According to
The what now?
Nagol, or land diving, originated on Pentecost Island, one of the islands that make up the nation of Vanuatu.
Vanuatu. First I heard of it. Vanuatu. Vanuatu? Okay. Huh. First I heard of it. Huh. Okay.
Located. Why exactly people do this? Well, here's the answer. Nagol, or land diving, originated on Pentecost Island, one of the islands that make up the nation of Vanuatu, located in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. According to local legend, there once was an evil man who would frequently beat and abuse his wife. One day, after having endured this for many years, she finally had enough and fled the village. Unfortunately, he noticed almost straight away and immediately began to pursue her. In a last effort to elude capture, she climbed to the top of the tallest tree that she could find. The husband eventually found her hiding place, and as he climbed the tree in a blind rage, she quickly hatched a plan. Quickly fashioning 2 ropes from nearby vines, she waited until he had almost reached her and then dove from the tree with the ropes tied around her ankles. Believing that his wife had died, the husband was immediately so grief-stricken that he too leapt from the top of the tree. Unfortunately for him, he had no stretchy vines to save him, and while he was killed on impact, his wife walked away unscathed. This sparked the tradition of land diving. Every year during the yam harvest, wooden towers of approximately 30 meters in height are constructed for men and boys to leap from, wearing their own handmade ropes. Far from being an exhilarating sport,
It
the
sounds.
land diving ritual
Wouldn't that like break your legs or something? Because there's no like spring?
has great cultural significance. The young boys who jump from lower platforms on the tower do so in order to prove their bravery, and the old participants who jump from the very top do so because it is believed that the higher the jump, the higher the crops will grow. For a jump to be considered successful, the vines must slow the descent so close to the ground that part of the body touches it.
Wow.
As you can imagine, this leaves very little room for error, and many people have been injured or killed over the years. In 1974, during a visit by Queen Elizabeth II, a land diving event was held out of season in her honor. Unfortunately, due to the fact that the vines were much drier than they should have been, many of them broke, resulting in several injuries and 1 fatality. Although this probably goes without saying, we shall say it anyway. Do not try this up, folks.
Yeah. Marshall Lion Hunt?
Ever killed a spider or a fly with a rolled up newspaper and felt pretty smug about it? Perhaps you congratulated yourself on your cat-like reflexes and bravery in the face of adversity. Well then, maybe you should consider taking a vacation to the East African Great Lakes and joining up with the Maasai tribe and really testing your mettle. Although most people recognize the Maasai for their distinctive dress, far fewer people are aware of the tribe's particularly foolhardy test of manhood. In days gone by, should a skilled and confident young man wish to become recognized as a fully fledged warrior, he would have to participate in the lion hunt. Whilst this is exactly what it sounds like, there were many strict rules to which the participant must adhere. Firstly, this was a solo expedition that would be
no groups?
set off with no supplies, hardly any clothing, and nothing but a spear to help even the odds. He couldn't just find a lion cub, jam his spear through it, and head home victorious. There were specific requirements as to exactly what kind of lion he must hunt. According to one article on the subject, quoting, "To make things more challenging, the rules stated that the warrior could not hunt lions that were sick, poisoned, snared, or otherwise incapacitated. What is more, the rules prohibited the hunting of lionesses. The Maasai considered them bearers of life in every species, so only the most dangerous male lions were hunted. Now, as you may be able to imagine, the success rate for each endeavor was not exactly high. However, for those who brought home the prize, as it were, the glory would have been tremendous. More recently, probably due to both the decline in lions and members of the Maasai themselves, the rules were changed to allow would-be lion killers to go out in groups. There is no doubt that this would have greatly increased the chances of success, but being able to legitimately claim that you took down a lion single-handed is far cooler than having to admit that it took you and 10 of your mates.
No shit. Oh, what's this?
Brazil's most Amazonian tribe, the Matsis, successfully avoided outside interference until the mid-1970s. So unaware were they of outside goings-on that it has been claimed that they believed airplanes flying overhead were the spirits of their ancestors. Much like the other tribes that we discussed today, which, if you think about it for a moment, says a lot about the human race's predisposition towards brutality, the Matsis have their own unbelievably dangerous, painful rituals that their young men must endure before being allowed to become part of a hunting party. First, they must voluntarily blind themselves, or at least temporarily blind themselves. After pouring a mixture of different poisons into his eyes, the boy must wait to see whether or not his sight will return. If it does, then the elders believe that not only will his sight be enhanced, but so will his other senses. Depending on how long the blindness lasts, this sort of makes sense. As a species, humans rely primarily on their sight for most tasks, so being deprived of that sense for a reasonable amount of time will force the brain to pay closer attention to the information provided by the other senses. The second test is not so logical. In order to remove laziness, the boy is repeatedly beaten and whipped with the stalks of the rattan plant. Assuming he survives these first stages, he then undergoes a process which will allegedly improve both his strength and endurance. Poison is extracted from the Phylomedusa bicolor, a small green frog native to the area, and injected directly into the bloodstream. The effects of the poison are, shall we say, somewhat interesting. Most people who are subjected to the poison in this way will vomit immediately. However, should our intrepid young lad somehow manage to stave off the nausea, then he will be injected again. After the second dose, he will very definitely vomit, experience lightheadedness, and lose complete control of his bowels. After all this, the final stage of being rubbed with a poisonous plant that will leave a rash that lasts several hours doesn't actually seem that bad. Although all this will have finally proved the youngster to be manly enough to participate in the hunt, he may have to undergo the process again in preparation for important events. The Omo Valley of Ethiopia is home to several tribes, including the Kara, Bana, and Hamar. Within these tribes lurks an ancient fear, that of Mingi. According to legend, a child that is born Mingi is cursed, and for the good of the tribe, must be killed immediately. But how can they tell? Well, according to one book on the subject, almost any child could potentially be singled out, that is, if the given list of warning signs is to be believed. A child is believed to be Mingi if his top teeth come in before his bottom teeth, if he breaks a tooth or injures his genitals, if he is born to unwed parents, or if his parents do not have the ceremonial blessing of the village elders to have children. The most popular methods of child murder
sounds bullshit.
Abandonment, being thrown off a cliff, or suffocation. It's not just the children, though. Any parents who try to go against the tradition are also branded Mingi and are unceremoniously banished from the tribe. Now, it is possible that you might be thinking that some of this is a sort of ancient relic of the past, a tradition so barbaric that it must have died out hundreds of years ago. Sadly, that's not the case. Although it is obviously quite difficult to get official statistics on this, it is estimated that as many as 300 children every year fall victim to this particular ritual.
Coconut. Okay.
The last entry today perhaps stretches the definition of tribal ritual slightly. However, we thought it might be nice to end on something a little less nightmarish. Over the years, people have come up with many creative ways to get the attention of various gods. Historically, these have usually involved sacrificing someone or something that is not themselves, be that an animal, a slave, or in some cases even their own child. The people of Tamil Nadu in southern India have a slightly different approach, and in comparison to some of the other things on this list, it's almost whimsical. On the second Tuesday of the Tamil month of Adi, thousands of people sit in front of the temple and ask to be smashed over the head with a coconut, either to ensure that their prayers are heard or to give thanks for prayers already answered. The reason behind this is fairly interesting. As the story goes, during the 19th century, the British attempted to build a railway line through the village. When the residents protested, they were told that if they would all break large
Hello there,
stones with their
Rari.
heads, the workmen would reroute the track slightly in order to spare their homes. The residents did this, and this is the hardest part of the story to believe. The British then remained true to their word.
What?
From that point onward, the head-smashing ritual became a yearly tradition. Even though the object of choice was quickly changed from a rock to a coconut, it is still not uncommon for people to sustain various injuries. In severe cases, people have been taken to hospital with concussions because the coconut wielder got sloppy. According to one eminent neurosurgery professor, if the coconut breaks, then although it may look worse, it is actually less likely to cause serious damage. This is because far less of the kinetic energy is transferred to the skull. Like many things, this tradition has become something of a tourist attraction, and thousands of people gather to watch the spectacle every year. Although being whacked over the head with a large coconut is undoubtedly both painful and dangerous, if for some reason we were forced to participate in one of the rituals on this list, then on balance, this is probably the one that we would go for.
Yeah, it's the safest. Safest by far. Okay. Bibozor is now. Oh, Bibozor. Bibozor. Whack. Whack.
Can you tell me how Italians say Bulbasaur? Bulbasaur.
Boobazor.
But why? I saw this question on the collab as well. And I was wondering, what?
Oops. Hang on. I'm hiding. Huh? Hang on. I'm hiding the VTuber. Rara, Riri, or something. Wait. Hang on. Wait, I'm gonna be even smaller now. There you go.
Can you tell me how Italians say Bulbasaur? Bulbasaur. But why? I saw this question on the collab as well. And I was wondering, why?
Can we hear Bulbasaur in Italian?
What?
Yeah, guys, can you ask them to tell us Bulbasaur in Italian?
Yeah. Say Bulbasaur's name in Italian. Avin needs to know.
Uh-huh.
I
Sure.
don't see any comments asking now what Bulbasaur is in Italian. What's going on? There, I see one. Thank you.
Bulbasaur.
Huh.
Ask.
Oh, they typed it.
Thank you. Bulbasaur in Italian. Bulbasaur, what's Bulbasaur in Italian?
I'll go read it today. Maybe
Me
we can ask
too.
them during a different.
Yeah, they're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll ask them in private.
Too many excited feelings going on right now, Aisha.
Huh.
Oh, it's just Bulbasaur.
In 3D?
What is Bulbasaur?
But with the fingers, you know.
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
Bibuzor.
That's what it is in Italian. Bulbasaurino. Siri, can you say it properly? Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur. You
Bulbasaur.
should combine her name with the
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
It's Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur, like that.
Bulbasaur.
I'm even doing the hand motions, guys.
Bulbasaurino. Bulbasaur. 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 Oh my gosh. Bulbasaur.
Her poor throat.
The strongest. What happened? The strongest in the game.
It's a BRB.
Oh, the question is still there though.
Well, that's so you can think hard on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just while you're waiting, huh?
Yeah.
It's Bulbasaur. in Italian. Like it's the same, but we spell Bulbasaur like Italian way. Why?
Bibuzor.
It's Bulbasaur. It's just different spelling, literally just different spelling because you say the same.
Huh.
It's the same thing.
Bibuzor.
Bulbasaur. Let me think. Even I think Squirtle is the same.
Squirtle.
Charmander. I think I heard some of them saying Charmander.
Charmander.
Yeah, as I mentioned, it's just different pronunciation, I guess. Charmander. By the way, I actually like Bulbasaur as well. He's so cute. Bibusaur. Me doing a Bibu fan art of a Bulbasaur right now. I must resist. Must resist. Must hold. Wait, let me grab Bibu reference. She's gonna love this. I can't draw Bulbasaur. Actually, Bibu has this. Like Bulbasaur has this phase already, so it's quite easy. What am I doing?
It's cute already.
It's her. That's her jam. And then I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a very fast but what am I doing? Actually, I can make like a big jam here.
Yeah,
Like
instead of the
diamond
bulb.
or something. Yeah. That's perfect. And then there are stones coming from Bulbasaur. There are gems as well, like Bibu. She's gonna
Nice.
she's gonna give me Bibu taxes for this. Bibu taxing Bulbasaur. Here you go. Is it okay? It's so ugly. I did my best, thanks.
I find it cute.
Thank you. I know, right? 11 out of 10 minimum. Masterpiece. Right? I know.
Oh no. Alright. Okay. Cecilia likes abusing old women. Oh no.
Hello.
Oh wait, hang on. I need to go back to my other place. Let's do this.
Hello.
I'm just a poor.
Why is it so bad quality?
Hello. Hello.
I'm just a poor old woman, dear.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
No need to trouble.
That is suspicious. No one, like, the moment you talk to someone and they're like, I'm just a poor old woman. Oh, I'm just, okay, well, if you're just a poor old woman, you probably won't mind if I steal everything.
It's just scraping by out here, but I make do.
Yeah, don't tell me your sub story. I did not ask.
My ears.
Oh, it's time. Now I can do the plan that I had to, like, catch Advent.
Oh?
I get so lonely out here.
I did not ask. Lady, ma'am, you have a hole in your. You have a wall. You have a. She has a lot of holes. Okay, she's not seeing me. Thank you.
Yeah, she has a lot of holes.
Thank you.
Is she gonna steal everything?
Steal.
Steal.
Okay, so I just want to preface this. You might think to yourself, oh no, Cecilia, why are you stealing from this old poor woman? I'm protecting her
Huh?
from other thieves that would inevitably come here
Uh-huh.
and take stuff, you know? For justice!
Yeah, yes, of course.
Steal. Oh, some nice. Oh, I can change clothes. Yeah, protection fee. I'll protect her for like the 5 minutes that I'm here. Sleep. Cannot sleep in an own bed. That's stupid. Steal the bed. I tried. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at pickpocket. I mean, I breaking and entering. We found a bunch of stuff. An alchemy. She's an alchemist. Helgi, dear. Helgi. Why do you hesitate? Sorry, I have to say it in a more dangerous voice. You can feel the power coursing in your blood. You have only to reach out and grasp it. Renounce that boy of yours and come live with me in the forest. My sister will be here soon. Together, we can form a proper coven, and your training will truly begin.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we should join her. She makes a good point. She's a witch? You think so? I guess a coven is like a witch thing.
Is it?
I hope she does.
Hang on, let me see. Oops. Ah, a group of gathering of witches. Ah, okay. That makes sense.
She doesn't stand outside. Oh, thank God she never goes to bed. Okay, I think. Oh, what?
What the fuck?
Wait. Okay, can I take her on? I think I can take her. I can take her on. Okay. What?
Where's the witchy? Oh, hello.
Feel my fire! I mean electricity! Yay! And this is justice.
Madness. This is
Justice. See? Yeah, you thought to yourself, ooh, Cecilia, well, you were so evil. Why would you steal from this old lady? I knew from the very beginning. And I just knew. And that's why. Wait, I can steal her clothes.
Hmm?
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, wait, let me put her in bed. Let me put her.
Oh, she looks nice.
Score 1 justice. Evils in Skyrim zero. Okay, I'm just gonna. She's just gonna. There we. There we. You know what? I should have known that she's evil. Like who sleeps in a bed that has like a giant opening like that? That's crazy. Miss, do I have a blanket?
You have a wooden blade.
Drop R. Where did it go?
Oh.
Okay. Here comes the blanket.
Here comes the wooden blanket.
I think that was the success.
Yeah, sure.
Goodbye. Okay, what's that on the map? Let's go this way. Goodbye, Aria. That was not her name. What was her name? I mean, honestly, I don't think she had comfort in mind at all. I don't think. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
And this is justice.
Oh, she's getting eaten by the wolf.
No, I have to redo it all. Where's she?
I can't see shit.
Oh no, she's gonna take me.
Your health is low.
And this is justice. Yep. Wait, I can see my clothes. No, I can do this. No. It was another dream. Now this is the one. Don't worry. Stop. Okay, I just have to find her immediately. I actually hit her. I feel like I'm not hitting her. It's going way
Oh no.
worse than this first time. There you go. Yay!
Yay! No save.
Do I have to do the whole shtick again? I don't know. We should have. I mean, do we? First try, easy.
Yes.
I mean, it was a
Very
first
much
try.
first try.
Okay, you know what? Because she did me such a inconvenience, I will not put a blanket on her.
Good idea. La 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 la. All right. Let's see. Every parallel universe thing. Actually, I want to see the booba physics on Shiley.
Can
Wap, wap.
still be ceiling orchid in these trying times? A ceiling orchid? How do I... Wait, just...
What? Uh-oh.
Was that it? Gravity not working correctly? Oh, I see. I see why you... Okay, I get it now. Gravity not dragging things down? How shameful, huh? Maybe everything's just very firm. Have you tested max physics out of curiosity on this model?
Good idea.
I have not. I can't imagine it looking good. Max gravity, it probably breaks the model. I mean, we can try, it doesn't take much. I can just go into the physics right here.
Oh.
Well, actually... Okay. Well, it's a lot, but like...
It's not overly a lot.
It's not... It doesn't break
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, God. That is maximum physics on everything. Maximum physics is not for the weak. Honestly, maximum physics on you know what we are looking at? Maximum physics on those? It's manageable. So that's definitely recoil. Max physics definitely makes it feel like my personalities have no weight to them. Like a little bit crazy with max physics. Yeah, I do. The inertia on these things. Oh god. The side jiggle, it
The
just
what?
doesn't stop jiggling. Holy shit, it's just boing 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 boing. Boing 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 boing. Boing 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 boing. It could have been worse, especially with how much I move, but I have quite some smoothing on my model. What if I were to remove the smoothing? Hold up. I'm gonna attempt to move as much as I usually move. Oh god, yeah. If I move as much as I usually move without the smoothing, it is
Very bouncy.
it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Many worlds interpretation.
What is this? Every parallel world display. Oh, right. I need to put an ad and I will be right back. Alrighty, hello, hello, welcome back. Or rather, I welcome myself, but I don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying I am saying a lot of thingies. Alrighty, let us continue.
When you're at a crossroads, you only have two choices, either the left or the right. You can't take both roads unless you can split your body in two, but the many worlds interpretation, or MWI, says that you can
Every
take
parallel
both the
universe
left
theory explained in 12
and the right
minutes.
paths simultaneously. The idea is that every time you make a decision at the
Okay, you know what? Hang on, I'm gonna go take some Tylenol because my feet are killing me. All right, I'm back. Okay, where's my headset? Also, I don't know why, but my crusher, God damn it. I think I didn't sleep enough last night, so they hurt like fucking fuck. Anyway, let us continue.
quantum level, which is the smallest level in the physical world, the universe splits into multiple versions of itself. Each version represents a different result based on the decision you made. So if you wake up today and choose between taking the day off or going to work, the universe splits into two versions, one where you go to work and the other where you stay at home. The MWI suggests that all these states are real and that each of these states exist in their own universes. Basically, the MWI removes the idea that there is only one outcome for every decision. Instead, it says there are infinite parallel universes where every outcome
Oh
can
yeah, I
happen.
did hear about
There's
that.
one universe where you became a lawyer, while another universe has a version of you that's a doctor. These universes are all based on the individual decisions you make daily, and that's why there's an infinite number of them. Cosmic
So that means that would be a Zippy who wouldn't be streaming right now. Huh.
Inflation Multiverse. Meet Cosmic Inflation. He's the Big Bang's weird cousin. According to Cosmic Inflation's story, the universe kept expanding at a rate much faster than the speed of light after the Big Bang. It's essentially the reason why our universe is so big that it's almost impossible to know whether there's an end to it. But the twist is that during Cosmic Inflation, some parts of the universe may have expanded at different rates, leading to the possible formation of pockets. These pockets could potentially become their own universes, each with different characteristics. Put it like this. When you're kneading a large piece of dough, you can take another smaller piece from it. This small piece can be its own universe because it already has a different identity from the larger dough. It's essentially a pocket universe. Put all that together and you get the multiverse. The idea here is that these universes exist in our universe, but in pocket dimensions, or realities, that may have their own set of laws. It could be possible that one dimension doesn't have gravity at all, while another one doesn't support any kind of life. The stars you gaze at during a clear night may be pocket dimensions far from our world. The next time you go stargazing, you're probably staring at another version of you staring back from a different universe. Bubble universes. Let's say that the universe is a huge soap bubble. The bubble contains everything we know exists, including galaxies, stars, and planets. This bubble now exists with hundreds of other bubbles. Pardon me. This bubble now exists with hundreds of other bubbles in a cosmic bathtub. So if there are other bubbles, that means that each bubble has its own universe inside. This is the idea behind the bubble universe theory. The theory is rooted in what we call cosmic inflation. After the Big Bang, the universe expanded so quickly that it's like you're inflating a balloon. Scientists believe this inflation also inflated other universes to create a larger multiverse. Each bubble could be different from the one we know. For all we know, one could be a 2D cartoon universe with different physical laws. Others may be similar to our own universe, but with slight differences. The idea is that the possibilities are endless, and each bubble represents a different possibility. Scientists use the bubble universe's theory to explain our universe's properties.
So does that mean there could be an RPG world?
There are many different universes
Probably.
with properties different from ours. We live in a universe with the perfect conditions for survival. Anthropic Principle Multiverse. If you go to a library to browse through books, you'll see that each book tells a different story, but not every single one keeps your interest. But there's
No
that
shit.
one book that keeps you engaged, almost as if this book was perfect for you. You'd probably think, this book gets me. Hey, maybe it was written for me. Now consider the Anthropic Principle Multiverse theory. It suggests our universe is just one big library in the larger cosmos. Each book in that library represents a universe with different stories and rules. According to this theory, we exist in the universe we live in now because it has perfect conditions for us.
Yeah.
For example, if we removed Harry Potter from his book and transferred him to Tuesdays with Morrie, it's clear that he doesn't fit in that book. But he exists in his book precisely because that book was written to fit him perfectly. It's just like how our universe is perfect for our existence. If we were taken out of our universe and placed in a different one, there's a good chance that the conditions in that universe wouldn't fit the requirements for our existence. This theory supports the idea that parallel universes exist, but have conditions different from the conditions of our universe. So if you ever feel lost in this vast multiverse, remember that even parallel universes have a "you are here" map, and the "here" we are talking about is the universe you live in, because that's the only one that supports your existence. Membrane theory, brain multiverse.
What?
Look at the universe as a trampoline or a giant sheet called a brain. Every jump or movement on this trampoline affects it, which explains why the sheet moves as we bounce. This theory, known as membrane theory, suggests that our universe is just one of these brains existing in a larger realm called the bulk. Think of the bulk as a giant trampoline park with different trampolines. Each trampoline has its own unique set of laws and realities, just like different trampolines can vary in size and bounciness. For example, the trampoline next to you might look the same, but it's actually a bit bigger.
Hang on, I got a DM on Discord.
And allows you to bounce higher. This trampoline next to you is what you'd call a parallel universe. That's how these brains in the membrane theory work. According to this theory, these brains can even interact with each other, similar to how you can jump from one trampoline to another. But if two brains collide and interact, it could have an impact. Scientists think that a similar collision could have caused the Big Bang. Two different universes in the bulk likely collided and created the universe we live in. This is like how two people jumping on different trampolines can collide if they jump close to each other. But instead of another Big Bang, they get a big ouch.
Big
Simulated
ouch.
reality. You're probably familiar with video games where you're the main character. There are other characters in this large virtual world. It's like an MMORPG where you can go on quests with different players but still create your own story. This is what simulated reality theory talks about. The basic concept of this theory is that advanced beings are running our lives. They create simulated video game-like worlds. These simulations are our universes. We are just simulated beings in these virtual worlds.
So in other words, we're NPCs.
We're ones and zeros in a binary digital world created by aliens, gods, or these advanced simulations. But we're not the only simulation we're running. Other simulations are running alongside our own. The parallel universes also exist in their own simulated worlds. Think of it like you're hosting a huge gaming party with your friends, but every single one of you plays different games. These games represent the different universes in a large computer room. At the end of the day, nothing in our universe is real, because everything was just digitally created, and all other universes in this vast room full of simulations are also made-up dimensions. Quantum decoherence. Let's say that you have a cat named Felix. Normally, Felix can be either awake or asleep, but in the quantum world, the concept of superposition allows Felix to be awake and asleep simultaneously.
Oh yeah, I heard
until
about
you
that.
observe him. Quantum decoherence comes in this scenario to make you understand why Felix chooses to be either asleep or awake. It's as if something happens that makes him choose either reality instead of both. When applied to the quantum world, quantum decoherence talks about how particles, like electrons, are no longer in a state of superposition. Instead of being asleep or awake, these particles are forced to decide on a definite state because of how their environment interacts. Once a particle chooses its state, the universe splits into multiple versions, each each representing the different states that the particles chose.
Okay.
This creates multiple universes and answers the mystery of why we can't see or interact with other universes. When a particle chooses its state, there's no coming back. You can't rewind things and decide to follow a different path. So if Felix woke up because a dog was barking, you can't go back to the past and look at the universe where he stayed asleep. Similarly, if you chose losing lottery numbers, you can't reset things and observe the universe where you choose the right numbers and
I don't think I'm understanding much. Let's do 15 more stories of customer support. Nice.
A
Brain
guy
rot.
asked me for a cup of sherbet, and I said, I'll be right back with that cup of kabert. Then walked off. Yeah, we'll do some more of these. Since we last checked in at the start of the year, Strawberry has continued to collate examples of customer service brain rot on their TikTok. But now, whilst we still have stories from the same sorts of customer service as before, I worked at McDonald's and I handed someone their order once and just said, shouldn't be too long. Strawberry widened the scope a little to
That reminds me of the time where I went to McDonald's, okay? And I asked for a Big Mac at like 10 a.m. and then they said that they didn't serve Big Mac at 10 a.m.
includes other types of jobs. Asked a patient if she had any allergies, and she said, yeah, bitches. So I laughed, saying, me too, and she was like, what, I go into anaphylactic shock? Yeah, not bitches, it was fish. I was a zipline guide, and during the safety demo, I was trying to make a joke by asking if anyone had narcolepsy, but asked if anyone had necrophilia. A customer bought a birthday card for their dad. Then instead of saying, I hope you have a nice day, at the end, I said, hope you have a dad. Right, I once left a client a message saying, just shoot me an email. Realised they wouldn't have my email mid-sentence and said, just shoot me. And hung up. When I worked at a movie theatre, a customer once ordered popcorn and I said, oh yes please, then flailed in confusion and knocked my hat off my head. When I first started bartending, instead of asking people if they wanted ice, I said, do you want glass in your drink? I work in a bar, and once I turned around to greet a customer and instead of saying, hi, what can I get you? I just said, me! At my old job, a man ordered a cappuccino with extra foam, but I couldn't find the option, so I panicked and put in cappuccino hard. When I was still new to my job, I accidentally charged someone $1,345 for a latte. Smiling face with 3 hearts. I tried saying, oh, nice to see you again, to a regular, and just blurted out, I niece my teeth. No idea what happened there. Tried to say great, and you're welcome to a table. Smiled at them, and went, once a woman came up to me and said hi, but then I had a coughing fit for like a full minute and then looked up at her and said, why? Once at the drive-thru, I took this guy's order and I thought the mic went off and confidently down the mic really loud. A guy called to ask if we had an item and I accidentally transferred him to the intercom instead of the right department. He just said hello on the intercom for 3 minutes while I was dealing with customers. Hello?
Oh no.
We just had a snowstorm and instead of telling a customer to not slip, I said, have a good night and please, slip and fall. My boss one time called the store I worked at and my co-worker Jenna answered. He asked her to, oh, you put Madonna on. Madonna's the name of our co-worker. She just hung up and put Madonna on the radio. I work at McD and one time I was trying to give Kitchen a heads up they needed meat with no salt and I just yelled, 2 beef, no meat, over and over. Woozy face emoji, dotted line face emoji. I work at a sandwich shop and once some guy asked how big our full sub was and I just leaned back and said, it's, well, approximately, it'd be, real big. Had a co-worker ask how many pans short I was, as in how many I needed, and I said, how many pans short am I? I don't know, 5'4"? After working night shift, I was at customer service and the phone went off and instead of saying, welcome to shop customer services, I just whispered, cucumber service, and hung up. I worked at Dunkin' for a while and one time after this guy changed his mind 4 times, I just yelled, fuck! One time at my job, instead of cash or card, I asked, and would that be crabs? I told a guy, you're used up. But I couldn't remember how to say you used your card balance. Sometimes our card machines don't let you use contactless, so I have to ask people to insert it. And one time I said to a guy, you put it in your bottom, please. One time while working the drive-thru window, I was handing guests their food and someone didn't turn off the automatic sensors, so the door shut on my ribs while I was hanging out of the window and they drove off looking at me in horror and I just blurted out, have a nice day. One time I answered the phone and noticed the customer customer's name on the caller ID was spelled Dillon and not Dylan. And instead of asking, well, how can I help you? I asked, how can you spell? I was leaving a voicemail from a man named Timothy, and I was repeating his name in my head so I don't forget. And on the voicemail, I said, hi, T-Money. The other day, I meant to say, oh, what's a good phone number for you? And I instead said, really slowly with a blank face, what's a phone number?
What's a
I couldn't
phone
remember
number?
the clinic's phone number when leaving a patient a voicemail, so I said, call us back at, At work, a kid fell in the water and I was holding another kid, so I had no choice but to just stare at it when it was sinking. One time, I was trying to ask a customer, you prepaid, right? And instead, just stared at him and said, you pee?
You
One
pee.
time I meant to say beautiful, will that be all? And all that could come out was a voice-cracked battle cry of balls! I work at McDonald's and this man couldn't get his app to work and he swore at it and called it a whore, and I said, oh, yeah, me too. Once a customer asked where the bathroom is and I meant to ask, oh, do you want me to walk you to it? But I said, oh, do you want me to bring it to you? One time someone knocked on the bathroom door at work and I responded with my phone speech.
Good evening, this is Matt speaking. How can I help you?
I heard a beep while sitting in class once and pressed the side of my head like I was turning a headset
Oh,
on.
no.
Emoji! Instead of asking, is that all for you today? I accidentally asked, is this stuff all for you? In a concerned voice. One time a customer was like, I'd like 2 young ones. And I gave them a look and said, sorry, you want young ones? Yeah, I misheard. They said donuts. The other day, I was trying to explain the happy hour transition into the evening menu and said, and at 5, dinner time. I lost the only work stapler and we needed it, so I watched the cameras and I threw it in the bin. I was starting to bag an order for this couple and the wife howled at me like a rabid pit bull, and the husband said, oh, she wants to bag it.
Wow.
I asked a customer what kind of ice cream cone he wanted and he said the circular one. My dad ordered a nutbuster from Dairy Queen once. One time I was ordering a banana split and they asked what toppings I wanted and I said, a banana. I once tried to ask for a vegan cheese bean and sausage melt in Greg's and instead, with full confidence, asked for a vegan sheen and bean and... Once I was at a breakfast restaurant and I ordered eggs and the waiter said, how do you like your eggs? And I said, I love them. She stared at me and I left. My manager told me the one thing my co-worker did to make him yell, and I said, damn, what, like this? Then did the exact same thing. And finally in this thread, and this one has nothing to do with customer service whatsoever, a classmate of mine was sad and I asked her what was wrong and she said, my dad died. But I misheard her and just said, oh, Shakira, Shakira.
What? Oh god, so big. Oh yeah, the garbage piles of Rome for some reason. Why are you so fucking loud?
The ancient world's largest garbage dump was located on the outskirts of Rome. As tall as the Pantheon, it towered over the concrete labyrinth of the warehouse district.
I don't know if we should watch that. Maybe some other time. What we can watch, though, is we spent 10 hours in Ark Survival and regretted every second of it. Oh, no.
Oh, we did it.
You tamed something. Nice. How did you do that?
I just went up to it with berries and fed it, and now his name is Squishy.
Oh
my god, you can
Squishy.
Oh, he does a little jump.
That's
Cute.
pretty cool.
Come on, Squishy.
Oh, no.
Oh my god. Get out.
No.
Squishy just got fucking eaten. Most pre-made ever.
Where's Jake? Okay, there it is.
Why? Just want to test something. Well, don't test it, whatever it is. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
This rough base is a really good idea.
Oh!
Shit.
Man overboard.
Get on quick, there's piranhas in the water.
Oh my
Go on, get in! Get in! You've been eaten! You've been eaten!
I'm trying! Oh my god!
What is that thing?
What is going on?
What is that big ass thing?
What has happened to your head?
Exactly everything.
You look like someone I went to primary school with.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
head-wise, not the rest of the body, just the head.
Jesus Christ, what was your primary school
Oh
like?
God.
getting severe, honey.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a flat ass as well. Look.
Oh
It's
yeah.
wide.
It's just yeah, it's like wide as a fucking dump truck, but like as flat as a pancake.
Oh no! I jumped off him! Oh, there's a giant shark!
Get on.
It's really difficult to get onto the stairs.
Oh, okay, go to the shore. Go to the shore.
No, don't abandon me! Come,
Go to the shore. It's the quickest way.
Oh my god, that shark is
Megalodon.
Isn't it?
That is a megalodon, yeah.
Get on.
I'm trying! Ow! Oh, there's a...
Oh God, it's like.
Guys, come here and read the sign. It's done.
What? Where are you?
Rip Squishy 2024.
Made a bloody gravestone for him. Oh, me.
You didn't write it squishy. You wrote squissy.
Squizzy.
That's squish. Oh shit. Right, Jake. I need to test something for science.
Oh, why?
Oh.
Why are you always testing on me?
Because you're the lab rat.
Test on Kath.
Kath's not in the game. I could test it on Ellis.
Yeah, go on.
Well, that's just really fucking bright.
Yeah, that didn't exactly do much, did it? Oh, Jesus!
So apparently you can stack cooked meat more than you can stack
What is that munching?
Chunk.
What?
That's so fucking loud.
What?
Oh my god, how many arrows have we shot into this fucking bird?
They're all attached.
Look at my screen, it's like a fucking pinata. Look at it. You made it, Kath.
Yeah, I'm coming. Fucking piranhas!
I'll try and help.
I'm trying to help.
Ellis! What the dude? She just spent like half an hour finding us in the camp and then she takes it over here and shoots her in the face.
Ellis, I swear to God. Why are you such a knob?
This is really fucking funny.
No, it's not. You're a dickhead.
Oh bollocks.
What's up?
I think I might have just eaten my own shit.
So, who wants to do base building then in this? Are we all learning that?
Oh, I'll do the base building if you want. We just need to find a suitable place for the base for us.
Can anyone else other than Jake do the base building, even if
Well,
it's...
look, Ellis is fucking going on strike, so we can't have him.
I don't mind doing it.
Yeah, but Kath, you probably build the toilet, like, first.
Well, to be fair, Kath doesn't quit even when we tell her to. So, you know, by the time we come around the corner, there might be a whole base there ready for us. So
Well, I vote we get Jake to do it, because then he has to keep swimming over the piranha-infested water and getting killed every time.
No, we're not going to build the base there. It's a shit place to build the base.
Oh.
Oh, beauty fucking piranhas again! Oh my god, look at your body! Fucking hell!
Oh no, don't put me in the water. Don't put me in the water. There's piranhas and shit. I don't want that.
I think that's kind of the point.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What the fuck is going on? Whoa! Oh my god!
Oh shit, piranha!
No, get me out!
Oh, nice, Alex. It's got some war drums on the go.
Right, let's play Guess the Song.
Okay, go.
Okay, let me just think of a song.
Shit!
Guess the song.
I keep fucking dying in the water because these fucking piranhas. It's just really stupid because every time you got to go into the... Ow!
Tranquilize.
Are you serious?
Oh no!
Oh my god.
I'll save you.
Thank you.
Oh no, I just accessed your inventory.
I'm being fucking robbed.
Oh, I don't know how to
God.
move you. Sorry, oh, shit.
I got fucking killed by Gabby. Why would you do that?
I don't know how to move you. Clicked on you.
Jake, go into your inventory.
Yeah.
Click on your character on the right-hand side.
Yes.
And then just drag fully to the right or the left.
Oh my god.
I want to see if the crocodildo is an angry crocodildo.
It will be.
If it is, I'll run back. Hello? Are you... Oh god, he's not friendly, he's not friendly, he's not friendly, he's not friendly. No, bastard, you bastard, you bastard. Can you come back? Oh! Shoot me!
Get on the boat, Alex.
Oh, what the...
Oh my god.
Is it stuck on... Oh,
Oh god!
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god!
Oh no.
It's become amazingly more dangerous.
Someone's put a fucking pin number on the box.
It does say it's coded.
Who's
And
locked
if you
the
click on
box?
it, you have to put the pin in.
Nothing to do with me.
Gaff.
Nothing to do with me.
Gabby?
I've not built a box.
How the
Did you lock it by accident and blame someone else?
That sounds like Jake.
No, I've never seen this screen before.
No, I've never seen it. No.
I would never do that.
Well, I haven't locked the fucking box.
I haven't locked anything.
Oh, okay, try again. This is so shit. What?
No.
No?
God save our gracious King. Oh no.
It's not even in rhythm.
Alex, I am using 2 drums.
How's the gun, Ellis? Is it any good?
So do you want the good news or the bad news?
Let's go
news.
with the bad.
Okay, good, because there isn't any good news.
Can you play some Enya, Alex?
No. I can play Boom Boom Boom.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go get that.
Gotta get that.
Come on, do it again.
Gotta get that dude.
Ready? Okay. Hold on, ready. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. Traveling circus, here we go.
Go
Gotta get that.
Gotta get that.
What's so
Oh,
funny?
should we do like a happy birthday for Lyra?
Oh, yeah. Go on, let's do a happy birthday.
No. I'm not doing a nasty happy birthday for Lyra.
I'll do it.
All right, Alex, you go.
Birthday.
Oh, come on. She deserves way more of a birthday than that.
How much would you like me to dial it up by?
5,000%.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Go get that. Boom, boom, pow.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that boom, boom, pow.
Do you know any of the other lyrics?
No, I don't. What about the get a mucket and a bop?
The what?
Solar, thanks for the $10 there. I have lots of friends to talk to when I'm down or excited, but you guys are the ones who give me the courage and inspiration to keep doing what I love, which is YouTubing. Thank you a lot. Oh, nice one, YouTube. Sorry.
Nice one, YouTube.
Nice one, YouTube.
Well done,
Such an
YouTube.
emotional heartfelt message. And you're just like, thanks, YouTube.
Sorry, I did the thing where I go and read the name and I accidentally read something else and I say the thing that I read. So sorry, Solar.
Well done, YouTube.
My apologies.
Alex, you should try and hit me like I'm a baseball.
This is a kink thing. What?
No, because see where you are up top. I'm gonna run and jump
Oh, yeah.
at you, and then I want you to hit me like you're playing baseball.
Like one of
You're
your
in.
French girls, yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa,
nice.
this actually worked. Holy shit.
All right, I'm going in for another one.
Yep, do take 2.
You found another squishy.
I found another one, except this one isn't squishy.
Is
Guess
it
what
male or female?
Oh,
it's male. We can make them. We can mate them.
Oh yes. Okay, I called mine Mingus.
Okay, I'll call mine squishy, so we have squishgus or mingy.
Mingy. Definitely
Mingy
Mingy.
the dingy.
Wow. Go on then, make them.
Jake.
Jake.
Yeah.
Jake.
Oh, shit.
Pay attention.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, what just happened?
I just drove the raft to the fucking island.
Oh, the tree, Jake, the tree!
What's happened?
Jake, the raptors are still coming. They're still coming.
They can swim.
Sail.
I'm going. Where the fuck is Alex?
He died. He got eaten by the raptors.
You drove into a tree and it knocked me off the drum.
All right. I unfortunately have stuff to go do. So, oh God, not this crap again. So I will need to raid someone. How about Solarina? Because I need to go do stuff, like do other chores. Alrighty. Okay, alle, clicky. Alrighty. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you guys on Friday. And this is Zippy signing out.
You've got a plan, Dutch.